You were born a sovereign, the sole ruler of a vast and ancient inner kingdom. This kingdom is your very self. Your energy, your attention, your peace. And you have left the gates wide open. You have mistaken this for generosity, for kindness, for love. But a ruler who does not guard his own borders is not a kind ruler. He is an absent one. And so, they enter. Through your unguarded gates come the refugees from others' wars, seeking shelter in your empathy and draining your granaries of their psychic energy. The charming ambassadors from other lands arrive, mapping the vulnerabilities in your court, noting your triggers, and learning how to influence your council for their own gain. The noisy merchants of triviality set up shop in your town square, distracting your people with meaningless drama and endless noise, leaving the real work of the kingdom untended. You spend all of your days rushing from one visitor to the next, solving their problems, mediating their disputes, putting out the fires they have brought into your lands. And all the while, the walls of your own castle crumble. The fields of your own potential lie fallow. Your own people, the forgotten parts of yourself, starve for the attention of their king. You call this being available. A deeper wisdom calls it abdication. So what happens when the ruler finally returns to the throne? What happens when you give the simple, profound, and terrifying order, close the gates? At first, there is chaos beyond the walls. The refugees cry abandonment. The ambassadors accuse you of tyranny. The merchants protest their loss of commerce. They will bang on the gates. They will send messages of guilt and accusation. They will try to provoke a response, to lure the king back into their dramas. You've changed. You are selfish. You are cold. They shout these things not because you have done them wrong, but because their unguarded access to your kingdom has been revoked. Your newfound peace is a disruption to their chaos. Your silence forces them to hear the echo of their own noise. But while the chaos rages outside, a profound quiet falls within the kingdom. For the first time, you, the ruler, can walk through your own lands without distraction. You can inspect the foundations of your beliefs. You can mend the crumbling walls of your boundaries. You can listen to the whispers of your own intuition, the forgotten people of your own soul. This is the sacred work of the self. It is not an act of isolation, but an act of restoration. You are not abandoning the world, you are finally claiming your own place within it. And when you are ready, you will open the gates again. But they will not be the same gates. They will be guarded. Not by armies, but by wisdom. Not by walls, but by worth. Access to your kingdom will no longer be a public right, but a sacred privilege, granted by a ruler who knows the value of his own peace. You will no longer be an open territory to be exploited. You will be a sovereign kingdom, engaging with the world not from a place of desperate need, but from a place of deep, unshakable strength. The true measure of a ruler is not how many people they please. It is how well they preserve the sanctity of the kingdom they were given to rule. So look within. Are your gates open or closed? And who is truly sitting on the throne?